gentlemen of King's Cup, we have our first draft of the season. Let's get into it. King's Cup season, at least. So here we are.
Drow first, man. We talked about this.
Yeah, a lot of discussion about Drow bleeding out from the Star Ladder match. So what was happening there?
Basically, this hero has been second phased since TI. It's just kind of like aha, you can't pick Winter Wyvern to counter me because it's probably banned in the first 2 phases, so therefore I'm just a Drow against... There's not many carries right now that do what you want a carry to do, which is basically you have some guy go to the lane, probably lose the lane, and then come back in the game. Drow is like literally perfect for that sort of style. Then you just are guaranteed to win the other lanes because of the Drow aura. So it just went into the first phase. People are picking like Wyvern Drow, so that way they don't get Wyverned in response. And now it's literally just getting banned because people don't want to deal with Drow, which is very reasonable.
And this is the familiar face, or should I say 2 faces, Ogre. He's pretty much played as 4, 5, even 3. Still yet to see him played as a core. Really annoying to play against this 60% multicast.
Yeah.
Pretty much changed everything about the hero.
Jenkins, I have you here, and since we're on the talk of Ogre, I want to bring up a fun piece of history here. When you were playing on Leviathan back at Summit 2.
Oh, I was telling Trent about this last night. I was telling Trent.
Wasn't there, I don't think it was your team, but in that run, another notable team, Root Gaming at the time, with like Tolera and them, they used to be like
JC?
Ogre players. They
Okay.
They used to run Ogre mid, right?
Oh, they were
like the Ogre mid players.
Ogre was huge back then, dude. What I was actually telling Trent last night was that I was the #1 Ogre on Dota Buff. Because I would literally just run in and pretend to be like an illusion, get hit by towers, bait people, and I would just act like a total idiot just because I was trying to make my team laugh. And then I looked on Dota Buff, I'm #1 because that's like the best way to play Ogre. It's just be an idiot. You walk
That's
around.
how OP the hero was, right?
Yeah. Well, it was OP too at the time. Yeah.
The armor and health regen.
Yeah,
and all that.
they were running at mid and just like multicasting people for their entire HP pools and stuff like that.
I meant because you were #1 on Dota Buff, but
oh yeah. Oh no, I was just going back. But I mean, I don't know how
he's thick.
I know Lacoste doesn't like that hero. You were.
I'm not a big fan of the heroes that rely on RNG. It's
like Chaos.
I just don't like it throughout the history of
Not
Dota.
your style.
Yeah.
The other big hero.
I need consistency. I need consistency in my life. So maybe that's
you picked the right
like
career,
this.
dude.
Yeah, right. No one thing is consistent.
Oh my god. We have the one bug. What about the spider bug? Because Broodmother. This is kind of
you guys were like,
hero.
Runes and Broodmother is certainly a thing, but I'm not saying a ban anywhere.
Yeah, that's kind of insane. I mean, Monkeys Forever is possibly the best Broodmother in North America. Like he's obsessed with that hero. It's
so basically in the world.
It's so cancerous. Man.
Is it better than his Bat Rider?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh for sure. You know, I actually there's this guy that I coach. He's like a European dude, and he has been playing on like NA servers, like trying to queue into me and like New Sham and stuff. And he said, I cannot stand this server. Everybody just last picks Brood and Alk. And I'm like, yeah, get used to it. Brood, Alk, Huskar, like those are the picks. And Monkeys Forever is half of the reason that is true. Like actually, dude, Monkeys is last picking Brood every game.
He just hangs on one hero every game as long as he'll get away with it. Usually.
Oh yeah, no, if he can get away with something, he'll get away with it. He'll try to get away with it. And they will go for it in this game for sure, absolutely. If it's not
but
banned.
We should do something about the pub games concerning that because. Once someone picks Huskar or Broodmother as the last pick, you pretty much always lose.
You pretty much
game.
lose.
Yeah,
I think
it's really
I think the solution is we should all queue US East tonight and just feed couriers down mid just to punish people.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds solid.
Are you guys down? You guys are down for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a good behavior score, so I'm down for it.
Yeah, because you're not going to get a low priority or anything like that.
Yeah, but how about last night when we just won because that guy 10th picked Huskar versus the TA?
Oh,
mid.
the TA disconnected. Yeah, it's a really good strat actually. If the enemy team disconnects, you just unpause and then keep playing.
It worked really well for us.
Then you'll actually win your lane because there's nobody laning against you.
Yeah, I think they should do that in this game.
Like they could definitely go for that. I think. And where's complexity's team house at?
Florida's? No, it's Texas now.
Yeah, Texas, right? Because they're big now.
They're big. They're Cowboys.
They're Cowboys now. That's right there on Dallas.
They're watching some Sunday Night Football.
They got the Konas out right now. The Envies, the Limps, the Snake Kings, Z-Freaks, and the Gorksies. There.
Oh,
this is devolved.
I'm so excited. I've actually been super excited to watch this complexity team. Envy back on support since the no Tidehunter days, right?
Yeah,
pretty much.
They banned the Brood, but yeah, he's like an insane support player. It just fits his personality perfectly.
He wants to. I imagine he wants to call. He wants to to be the voice of the team, right?
Yeah.
And everyone always says it's easiest to be
Although,
done in the support
But
position.
the problem is you have to give up control when you play support. Like, you have control of direction of the game, but you're not the person who actually does that move. You're not the guy who blinks in and does the stun. You're not the guy who does the actual action. So then, like, I think giving up that last bit of control is what's really hard for Envy, I feel like.
That's true.
Another thing that I have heard a lot of people talking about recently, too, is that, like, cores now call the rotations and stuff past the early game. So it is more of like a... He has a lot of control in the early game as a support, and he can captain in the early game, which I think he's great at doing. And you can like captain strategically and stuff, but like the cores honestly have the strength in the game, so like the cores need to be the ones calling. But you have like Limp, Snaking. I mean Gorgsy, I don't know, he's a stand-in, but like Limp and Snaking are two people who are like very confident in their play. And they would be very capable of
and
making
Snaking's
calls.
very vocal.
Oh God, yeah.
When
oh
he
God,
plays.
yeah. He's vocal.
Yeah.
I mean, he's very vocal in
Oh
pub.
God, yeah, he's vocal.
I mean, I get him in pubs. the guy just like nonstop.
Oh,
like,
and pub vocal too.
Like if you get EE or if you get Snaking in a game in a pub, it's just a Snaking game. It's just an EE.
they want to
game.
win.
Yeah,
so
which
bad.
is good because like you go and you can learn a lot of stuff from what they're calling, which is great. Definitely, they talk.
There's a lot of people who don't like that. Is there
There's
people
a-
who join and go, oh no, and they just like they probably maybe.
I would say
told-
more so with Snaking, people are like, "My God, dude, shut up! Why do you keep tacking." Whereas with Envy, it's like people like Envy's stream, like everybody's like an Envy fanboy, but with Snaking, it's like he's not quite at the level of like everybody watches his stream, so it's like, my God, this guy needs to stop talking. I love it because you're just learning stuff from these guys.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, that'd be crazy.
Man, got the Z Freak Rubik. This is a great game for it too. I mean, you just see Weaver, honestly, and I'm good to go. Like, that's
Weaver
pretty much
Wyvern,
all I
yeah,
need.
that's some good Rubik game right there.
That support duo too, Z Freak and Envy's got to be. I mean, Z Freak's always been such a stand-up 4. He's been a great 4.
Z Freak is one of those ridiculous players that just has like he's like rank 500, but he should be ranked 20 or something. He just doesn't play pubs.
Yeah.
He's just naturally good at everything.
Yeah, and get all games too.
Yes.
He seems like a guy who picks
Yes.
up a game and he's just freakishly good at it.
I hate people like that, man.
I had a friend in high school who was like that. His
That's-
name's Hiram, and he was just really damn good at every game he
I
could play.
hate Hiram. I don't even know who he is. I hate
Yeah.
him.
Did
Can't
you have a
stand
friend
him.
like that, just good at every game they played? Were you that kid?
Nah.
No, you weren't.
That was
I was
definitely
only
me.
good at Dota.
I shit on all my friends in
You
every
did?
game. Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Good
gotta
for
say, I
you
don't
guys.
like the support duo on compLexity, Rubik and Bane. Pretty much everything's single target. Mirana as well has a Starstorm, but looks like. And we have a
Oh,
Phantom
well.
speaking of
from
RNG heroes.
That is interesting.
So more single target, unless she gets Battle Fury and Cleave Talent.
That's reaching
That's
a little.
definitely the play.
Picking PA into Winter Wyvern
Yes.
kind of looks
That's what I was
suicidal.
I mean, even Earth Spirit has a lot of magic damage. That, like, you would usually want a PA in a game where it's really hard to get through her evasion, because that's basically all of her defense. And yet Earth Spirit, he just doesn't care. You know, whenever you have a hero that just doesn't care at all, it's like, well, what's the point of the PA? So I'm really wondering like what their purpose is for this. There's obviously a purpose.
Is it like I feel like it would be a mag kind of deal because like they're missing the AOE and they have no way to buff the PA at the moment, which
Yeah.
is pretty rare. But I highly doubt Mag's gonna get through.
Is Mag like in a thing in Dota right now? Because I love Mag.
He's kind of a thing. There's some teams that are picking
He
him.
kind of needs that partner like the Mag Windrunner lane where you just like
Mag and
empower her
Jessica.
and harass.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Wait, what? What did you say?
Never mind.
We drove past a horse crossing earlier. You know, I don't know.
God damn.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
listen.
I'm glad we made it.
Cecil
here
may
alive.
come
No, you
after
said-
me,
you
but Sarah
said-
Jessica
you
Parker's
said-
coming after
Oh
you
my
guys,
God.
okay?
You kind of pronounced Magnus as Mag, so like
Mag.
like
Oh,
the
okay.
female name. But, I mean, Magnus is fun if you play him with, let's say, a Meteor Hammer.
That sounds
I
really
like
legit.
the
That sounds
Wyvern
good.
Meteor Hammer. Speaking of Meteor
Yeah,
Hammers.
Trent and I were talking about Wyvern
that's-
Meteor
that's
Hammer
legit.
and Axe Meteor Hammer because they're just you just have perfect setup for it. And then heroes that like don't do damage to towers either. You can just also do damage to towers. Bloodseeker, that's a pretty hard hero to play PA against because I mean you're just forced to stand still and PA's like constantly running around fights and beating the crap out of people.
Yep.
So that's definitely a good PA pick or good Bloodseeker pick.
Yeah, this PA's got issues now.
You are dealing with a Bane Mirana though with Bloodseeker. Like the way that you deal with a Bloodseeker in lane is you pick a kill lane because he will always beat a harass lane because he has so much sustain. He'll beat a sustain lane because the other lanes will do damage and then he'll just kill you.
Yeah.
So like the way that you beat a Bloodseeker is you just kill him.
You want
And-
targeted nukes during Blood Rage.
right? Exactly.
Yeah.
So you want to blow him up in Blood Rage and Bane Mirana obviously very capable of that. Although if they pair him with the Winter Wyvern, then the Winter Wyvern can take off the sleep. But it's still kind of hard to pull off that combo. That means he like can't leave the pull or anything like that. Timbersaw ban.
I wonder if that says more about. Is that more for to potentially counter what they have going for them, or to say about what their 5th pick could be?
So I think it means that they want a melee 5th pick that gets like either Brewmaster or Magnus are both going to get completely destroyed by a Timber.
I hope a Magnus. I love Magnus. I love.
You know, actually, yeah, Timber's very, very good against Magnus in lane. You just crush. So if they were to pick Timber, they could just like lane the Bloodseeker against the PA, and then lane the Magnus again, and then put the Weaver mid or something like that. And
I don't think Weaver mid is that good. She doesn't have she. I always think it's
I
she.
know you always say Weaver's a she.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like bugs. Bugs are just
I mean,
female.
I'm not one to
I
dispute.
made this statement for multiple times. She makes small babies, so it must be a she.
Oh, that's another.
That's
well,
science.
then again, Huskar destroys Timber in lane, but Timber's good in the game against Huskar because you just insta kill him with the stat steal from the Whirling Death. I'm looking at their Dota buff here. I'm trying to see what they could be setting up for.
I guess one thing to look for is like who's the Earth Spirit going to lane with, right? Because you're thinking about like trying to enable this guy, so you need like a super strong laner. And I feel like if you do that with Weaver, yeah, Weaver's like kind of okay, but yeah, the Enigma
Weaver's
is one
okay.
that's.
Oh, Ember's okay. So Ember Spirit, Ember mid, Bloodseeker safe lane. So it is Weaver off lane. With the Earth Spirit, and like you were saying, yeah, like whenever you pick an Earth Spirit, obviously he's pretty trash in lane.
One more spirit, right?
You need, yeah, exactly. You need multi. And I think that compLexity should actually pick a Storm Spirit here just in response, because.
Yeah, makes sense.
Has one team ever picked all 3 spirits together? I don't think it's been done.
I don't think that's ever been done.
It must.
In the
have
history
been.
of
I'm
Dota.
pretty
I don't
sure.
think it's ever been. I've never seen it.
I've seen some Storm and Embers together, which shocked me. So if that can happen.
But it might be like out of Earth Spirit season or something like that. It's just bad.
It's weird because Ember and Storm kind of fulfill the same purpose in the game.
They don't have much time left, and they don't have control.
Okay, it is the Magnus.
Wow. Called from early on.
That's interesting they didn't ban it. I mean, obviously they would see that too. So they clearly felt confident enough that whatever lane that Magnus was going into, he's not going to have a hard time. So I'm kind of expecting this Mag to get pooped on.
I think Bloodseeker's going to do perfectly fine against Magnus. It's I mean, it really depends on how the other lanes are going.
I mean, it's
though.
BSJ.
It's a BSJ special.
That is
Let's
true.
not forget.
That
this
is
man
true.
sells lessons about Bloodseeker, I imagine.
Those are expensive too, so it must be
Very
good.
expensive. Unless you got the promo code.
Boris Earth Spirit?
Now, this is a Gorg hero. Like, this is one of his things.
Yeah.
The PA. So, feeling pretty good on it. I was kind of picturing, like, Limp in my head almost because I feel like I've seen him play it quite a bit too. But
Yeah, that's the thing is I wonder if they catered at all to Gork's playstyle or hero preferences, or if they just are expecting him to kind of fill the void on the team or not. Like, they're like, do you play this
Yeah, I mean,
hero,
it's-
X, Y, Z? Okay.
You
cool-
know
it's
what
cool.
item he's gonna go for? Mantis style. You wanna bet?
that sounds good.
Yeah, that
Maybe.
Manta seems
Tell
pretty
me
good.
your reasoning.
I played a couple of games with him. When he played Phantom Assassin, he just loves that item.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and
Do you think
can
he
get
would
rid
even
of a
get
couple
it
of,
in this game?
silences, get rid of the root also.
Kill
if
the
you-
bugs.
Yeah,
with
kill the bugs
illusions.
quickly.
I'm sure
Yeah.
Envy would be like, yeah, sure. Seems like Envy
Well,
would be down.
You
He's-
need approval of Envy. Can I
I don't
can
know.
I please
And
go
we
for
can I please have a Manta, sir?
I don't know. He'd be like, I'm thinking about getting Manta, guys. And I'm sure Envy would be like, yeah, great, go for it.
You know,
I get X, Y, and Z on this hero.
I do
Doesn't
hear
matter.
he's a very controlling captain. In a good way, though. He's, like a PPD. He's like
okay.
a drill sergeant, so that's possible. I don't know with these players, though, if you'd want to be bossing the old Snake King around.
Dude, as long as he's telling his cores to buy BKBs, I'm down.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
that's the real issue, let's be honest.
That is the biggest issue with cores.
That's the issue that never ends.
Yeah.
Like, that's from, like, 0 to
It's a boring
infinite
item,
MMR.
man. It's so boring.
Boring King Bar.
Exactly. Dude.
Boring King Bar. All right, here we go, gentlemen. Our very first game of King's Cup Season 2. America, let's get into it now.
compLexity is gonna have a problem dealing with both Weaver and Ember Spirit. Both elusive heroes, pretty hard to catch, and the only stun they have is Rubik plus big cooldown on RP. There's also Bane's Fiend's Grip, but I don't think that's enough. They also have a lot of stuff to cancel all those spells.
It's always weird when you have a bunch of elusive heroes on one team and a bunch of single target, because it's like, well, you can't use your stuns on everyone, so.
What does that mean, enjoy? So Zephyr gives a good luck, have fun. Limp, enjoy. And then Monkey's forever calling him out, like, what's that supposed to mean, Limp?
30 seconds.
What would enjoy mean?
Nobody knows, D.
Do you have any traditions when you start a game, like for your GLHFs? Do you like to have a capital G every time? Do you like to?
Yeah, I like to take poops before the game, so that way I don't have anxiety. Poop
Why would
anxiety.
you type good luck?
During
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I don't get it. Since,
I mean-
since Warcraft 3 days, why would you type good luck in a chat? So he's gonna get the Arcane Rune, Region Rune, then you're gonna whine after how that's imbalanced. He's gonna crit you 5 times in a row because you said fucking good luck. Don't
Well,
say
as
just
long as the other team gives you good luck, then it equals out. Then it's
Oh,
a
that's
double
a fair
negative.
point.
You know?
It really should have been bad luck though. Versus a PA, I feel like you should make that adjustment.
That
Bad
is-
luck,
that is
be
true.
miserable.
Yeah. Got him, dude.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
an edge lord.
this Phantom Assassin Arcana plus this Immortal. That's one of the best looking sets in game.
Oh, look at those
Early
sparks
cut.
flying off.
aggressive.
Oh my goodness, Boris.
Damn, he's gonna have to TP.
Dude, get out of here.
That's his. That's
Welcome
his
to compLexity, nerd. And they just kick him right out. Gork C.
They're trying
That's
to.
the
They're trying to tilt the stand-in because they know he's not. He's not invested. So let's just get. Let's just
He's
get.
not
this-
on a payroll.
No,
so
he's not.
He is connected.
He doesn't care.
Welcome to the big leagues.
It's a pretty solid strategy. So we have the Bane and Mirana separated, as it'll be the Rubik and the Mirana down bottom.
That's a great combo. Just separate them so they can't unsleep
Exactly.
from the combo.
dude.
Yeah, this is the next level play.
If there's no chance of anything happening at all, then there's no chance of it failing.
Well, this looks pretty good for the Magnus, though. You get a 1v1 versus an Ember.
I actually have no idea how this matchup goes. I imagine it's probably Magnus favored because
Definitely.
because he has the physical.
There's definitely a kill threat, though, with like points into. Like,
Yeah,
as the
for
levels go
sure.
up, I feel like it's more likely there's a burst kill from the Ember.
But Magnus gets a. I mean, he's going for Bracer too. Like Magnus actually has quite a lot of strength, and it's hard to burst a hero that has like that 1,000 HP threshold at like level 6. You know.
Yeah.
So I feel like with a Magnus, even if he uses everything on him, he's gonna be 20% HP. Just bottle up,
Jeez,
use
look-
the shrine.
Look at that. One brain sap and a dagger on monkeys.
That's a 0 armor hero right there. Sorry, 2 armor, because he has the.
Yeah.
So that actually is a casual Bracer on Magnus.
Yeah.
Maybe for later he can upgrade it to Road of Atos.
That's true.
The Rod of Atos.
I mean, that item is really like situational on some heroes, but it gives a good stats and it's easy to make.
Yeah.
Cool.
and
Root's
you're-
always handy.
You were saying that they do lock a lot of the lockdown
Yeah.
to. So maybe, although I do see a lot of mid players going for casual Bracer. I'm not entirely sure why. People are favoring it right now. Good stats, I guess. There's just these trends that people.
Well, not dying means you don't miss out on a lot of experience.
Yeah.
So living's pretty sweet right about now.
It is. It's just about surviving that burst, especially with Ember. You know. Damn, he's gotta be careful.
Yeah, their trade in Limp is not giving Ember the extra bit of respect, saying he can hang.
Also, the new trend is to get Splinter Blast level 1 on Winter Wyvern. Pretty much before everyone would get Arctic Burn.
Mhm.
Now you just nuke it because of the dual lanes and just harass. Especially if there's a melee hero or 2 melee heroes, it's always better to have it 100 damage nuke
Yeah.
once it's slow.
They even kind of like patched it to change how that works. Like the mana cost is increased on it, and then also it takes a lot longer to get level 2. Like the main purpose of that is essentially to get level 2 first, then you push your advantage.
They really need that harassment of Wyvern too, because the other lanes are pretty bad for general like thirst for the Bloodseeker.
Every time Winter Wyvern has Arctic Burn, Bloodseeker should use Blood Rage on him, so he can harass way more than he normally should.
Oh yeah, actually that's a sick
Yeah.
combo.
Yeah, it would do a
I
lot.
played a lot of that in my pubs, that specific combo. How's top lane doing? Boris level 2, almost level 3, with Weaver closing to level 3. Once she gets to level 3, it's
And we
gonna
get
be a lot easier to score a kill with 1 point in bugs.
You know, I always think Bane's a girl because he's.
Yeah, right now she's on
Tank.
bird control, so she can't use the swarm.
Oh, that explains it.
Always anxious to watch the Earth Spirit. I love playing a lot of Earth Spirit myself, but I always feel like he's like, he's got to get a lot happening in the early game. He doesn't really farm that fast on his own, and you only hit like the early game peak, and then maybe a peak at level 6 when you have your Magnetize all good to go.
Yeah, I know you love Overthrow, but your heroes are terrible in Overthrow. Like Earth Spirit is one of the absolute
I would
worst.
never play him in Overthrow.
I know,
you,
but
you
you-
run out of stones, and then you're sitting
The
there like a
first
dumbass.
blood of King's Cup, just kidding.
Psych.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Is it going to be on Gork too, the new guy?
Did
Will
they-
it be on?
Nobody wants to give away the first blood of King's Cup, man.
They'll be shamed
Yeah.
and sent to the guillotine.
They'll be beheaded.
I'm in your debt.
It's interesting to see how roamers play in this patch, because it's like, obviously Earth Spirit is good in this game, but in the lanes, I mean, he's kind of useless.
Yeah.
But it's like,
he's just there.
it's arguably worth it, though, because the hero's good in the game, you know? And it's interesting to just see how people play it in the lane to kind of make up for the fact that he's a roamer and you don't really want to roam that much in this patch.
Obviously, he was at his best when the mid lane options were really easy to roam on. Maybe like a Shadow Fiend or something of the nature. But you know,
times were
skewer
good.
out.
That's the problem in this game, because they have a mid hero who can use skewer and just run back, so he can't really threaten mid lane like that. Also doesn't have a point in silence yet. If they play aggressive on the top lane, get a kill or two, then he can leave Weaver alone and try to make some space.
First one of the game. Limp going for the skewer back under the tower. Pot shots coming in onto Annihilate, and there it is, the first blood. It's going to be acquired by compLexity.
Damn, that was nice teamwork. That's like the advantage that you gain for getting a couple of denies over, like this. You know, he has
one extra deny.
Exactly, 1 extra deny, 10 extra last hits, and Ember had to leave the lane for a little bit. Gets level 6 first, kills Ember. So now that's like
But we
such
don't know
a huge advantage.
if it was ranged or melee.
Uh-oh. The awkward moment when you miss your roll and you're stuck under the tower. I've seen it far too many times, Boris, and he may pay the price for it here. One more shot from the tower should secure it. Yeah, it's tough.
They killed BSJ too, bottom.
Oh. Simultaneous takedown as BSJ does get dropped. He's back now, but...
The tips. The all chats.
Yeah, our prized fabled chat wheel's gone, but doesn't stop the hero chat lines.
I love the Dota Plus lines. They're great. There's so many good heroes. Like, it makes me want to play heroes just to get and unlock those. You know, like Witch Doctor's garbage now, but I still play Witch Doctor just to spam his lines.
Oh, the hero's so good.
All right, Z-Freak on the bad end of gank here. compLexity. Get the roll over as Boris finishes that one off. They get themselves on the board.
Interesting to see that he opts not to use the wand chargers just because he knows he's dead. Like anticipating he's going to use them in the future. A lot of the time you'd see like a lower skilled player just like using the wand chargers and not like good
or
players.
flaming him right now, going, "Oh, he had stick."
No. Dude, I swear, it's Z-Freak. It's pre.
No, I know exactly.
It's 100%. He knows what he's doing. That's a fast Bloodseeker.
Yeah, pretty much everyone's on half HP.
Oh yeah, beat his ass.
All right. Ooh. Double Starfall leaping in. Boris, though, jumps in from behind. Snaky commits in with the leap, but Z-Freak's right there.
They really wanted to save his reveal until BSJ was 6, though. So, like, he just had to reveal his position just for the save.
Oh! They have to bail him out with a heal. The Fade Bolt is just a bit too much.
This is really good for compLexity. There's just 3 people down here trying to defend from
and they're getting bullied back.
Yeah.
It's also action at the top as they'll get the finish onto Monkeys.
Oh, Monkeys is always so on point with the chat wheels. Whenever
Here we go.
I played with him, we would always spam the Crybaby chat wheel.
I thought at first the soundboard was like hooked up over there. I'm like, damn, that was a quick one over there, Trent. My man, Trent. All right, 4-1 compLexity. A 2K start right here. Even sporting their stand-in as JO's out at the moment.
Stand-in for their stand-in.
Yeah.
So Magnus is both invis and hasted, but they know they have the vision on the rune, so they're just gonna wait it out.
Damn, did he want for the treads too?
Oh, you almost saw that courier. RP the courier. That's a worth play.
That is totally worth, dude.
It's worth in King's Cup.
Although if they just
press
the fort button.
You gotta be quick on that one.
You do.
Can try to set something up again onto Annihilate in the mid lane here.
I don't think it's possible.
We'll need extra assistance, obviously, but no call will be made. And he just kind of does a bit of a roundabout without really getting anywhere.
Also, interesting build. He decided to go for 2 points in skewer. Not
Oh
sure
yeah,
if
that
that
is
was
interesting.
intentional.
That's a little more old school, right? That used to be kind of the standard.
Rotations to the bottom. Actions beginning to kick off. Moves on to snaking. BSJ a bit low, but
how's
will
he still
get
level
finished off.
5?
He needs 1 experience to get level 6.
Okay, I was gonna say because he's been so close.
Oh my God!
Oh,
yeah,
and
unfortunate. It hurt.
Dude, compLexity knew, dude. They're punishing it. Like he has to switch. Go. Yeah, they knew, dude.
Oh, it's level 9 Magnus.
Woo!
One by one they fall.
So he's
He's
actually
popping off.
maxing that skewer. It was not a misclick.
Maybe it's to take off the Ember Shield.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
That's pretty cool.
He's also not ever near the PA at the moment, so he doesn't really need the levels in power at this point.
Yeah.
So
it's-
yeah, I don't think he's gonna go for more points because he has enough 500, 300 shockwave plus 210 in skewer. That explains it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Radiant's bottom tower
It's
is
before
under attack.
reductions. Like reductions don't do
Dire
anything.
are
Right.
scanning.
Ooh, scans out as an approach
Bounty
comes
runes.
forward here. You can feel the
Both supports on runes level 4, and both of these heroes kind of need the tome. But I suppose the Earth Spirit is going to be the one buying it because he can do so much more with his ulti.
Yeah.
This is the awkward feeling moment. There's no one you're going to gank on your own, certainly here if you're Earth Spirit, and then you just got to hold out till you get magnetized online.
What do you do in a game like this, Dakota, when you're Earth Spirit level 4 at 10 minutes?
Yeah, you roll with your homeboys here and hope that you can get a setup on some sort of lingering Moron. Does he get silence yet?
pick
Yeah,
a
he's got
core.
one silence, so maybe you could pick a core and lock him down if you time everything out.
The arrow.
Sleep, silence, no bodyguard there, jump off staking. Nice stun though, we'll cancel it briefly, but they'll still be able to get the swift finish and takedown of Monkeys. Now they want more, looking to make the move onto Annihilate, who rotated over, and he'll swing his ass right back out. Still forward thought onto Jube, he gets off the heel. Can they burst him down?
The
Not
range
quite
drop.
yet, but Gork will be able to step in and assist on that one. Siegfried gets the nod.
He steals it.
They're turning back, trying to at least get some sort of counter fire, but they can't get anything going. Envy, confident as ever, rolling behind, gets Boars and sucks him down. Turnaround, Annihilate back into action, determined to get something, and will finally take it with a triple retinant play. They will take down the king.
Always go for the courier.
Oh, they get it up.
Dangerous play, monkeys.
Radiant's bottom tower
This is the best
See, freaks.
spell you can steal.
He's got Sakuchi. They chain down, looking to go for Envy here. Envy still holding on. Rotations are coming. They hit the shrine, and it looks like runes, except that they can't go much further, but this one's still all complexity. They nearly double their net worth advantage.
Magnus now has a blink dagger. They should buy a smoke, try to make some action.
Yeah, they can blow somebody up.
And it may be Boris. Pull back, skewer, classic.
The Rubik Magnus combo.
I've seen that like EGM to S4 handoff from Alliance plenty of times in my day. That's
That
just a
is-
classic right there.
Oh yeah.
Beautifully done.
This has got to be such a frustrating game for Boris. He just wants level
Radiant's
6
middle
so
tower
badly.
is under
Yeah,
attack.
this game is real
That's
hard.
with the book.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about this, like, Bane and
Yeah, he
Rubik.
used the book too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's rough.
damn. He's having a really rough game.
This King's Cup yikes moment presented by Monster.
Also, this is the combo that I like. Winter Wyvern plus a Bloodseeker. I see a lot of teams using that. You use just Winter Wyvern ulti, follow it up with the Blood Rite, so he's silenced.
Yeah.
Easy kills.
He even had a sentry down there. I'm not
I mean,
sure.
you can't use it if you're level 4, though.
I love. Yeah, that is true.
Oh my goodness, non-stop action.
Oh,
They get BSJ
damn.
on the bottom. They're looking to do a 2 setup here.
Monkeys
Sleeping
the
one,
grade.
sapping the other. Monkeys has got to get finished off. No chance for the ulti. Annihilate also going to go down. Oh my god, one by one they fall, gentlemen. Complexity all day, 16 to 2
Radiant's
now.
middle tower
This is
is
turning into a
under
real
attack.
stomp. Complexity is doing a really good job at pushing their advantage. Like, they see that Boris is level
Radiant's
5, and they're
bottom
just
tower is
constantly
under
killing
attack.
him, preventing him from getting level 6. This is the difference between. Well, this is the difference between like.
Just say it.
Radiant-
Just
This
say
is the
it.
difference between like a tier 1 and a tier 2 team. A tier 1 team will push an advantage like this to the nth degree, where it looks like this is a stomp, but this game is actually like. If they weren't pushing that
Radiant's
advantage, this
middle
wouldn't be a
tower is
stomp, you
under
know.
attack.
And a lot of teams wouldn't know to push that advantage, but that's literally the difference right there.
Now they're gonna start killing Winter Wyvern because he just hit level 5.
Yeah, they actually will. Like they legitimately probably will. It's really kind of stressful to see.
They do need to keep the advantage going. I know you keep saying they are pushing the advantage, but I do only see one tower down so far. And you have a tri-core lineup on runes. You just never want to. You never want to get too easy on. 'em.
They could do like a really nice setup with the Winter Wyvern, get everybody low, Bloodseeker runs in and kills everybody, all of a sudden advantage is gone. That is like totally possible. I've seen that so many times with this Bloodseeker hero.
Yeah, but Cole, I think, is, and what you were talking about before, is that they seem to always be on the offensive, though. They're always moving and setting things up with the advantage they have.
Yeah,
they may not be
exactly.
doing map advantage,
Yeah.
taking towers, but they are
Dire's top
just
tower is under
It's like,
attack.
continuing to push the action.
It's like I was coaching somebody and they compared it to like the tempo in chess. Essentially, you make a move, and the enemy team has to respond to it. In that response, they reveal information, you make a move. They reveal
Radiant's
information, you
middle
make a
tower
move.
is under
That's
attack.
what Tier 1 teams do, is they'll constantly take the information, make the better move, cause you
Snake
to
King's
respond.
dead bottom, I think.
Radiant's middle tower
Oh,
has
just
fallen.
TP's out in time. Very close. Try to go for a kill onto the Weaver.
Snake
Narrow
King's playing
escape.
real aggressive this game.
Yeah, he's been playing in that Radiant jungle for so long and just constantly keeping that wave down there. So like they have to dedicate someone there, and then they can't actually put a full force press in this top lane.
It's so annoying, actually. I love that, playing like that on Mirana. It's so safe to do that.
Silence catch onto Z-Freak, hiding behind the tower. He will be the sacrifice, but compLexity are thinking about making a move in. They get a two-man catch from Limp, Shockwave, and they blast him down. They'll get the one. They can't get the finish onto Annihilate. He's able to jump back and away here. Followed up with a Jubei takedown, and it's going to be 3 across the board.
Damn, dude, I love watching Magnus. Magnus
Yeah, right?
is such a fun hero to watch. What a turnaround.
It's either going to be a loud, hype, epic, you know, RP ult, or it's going to be a huge epic fail.
Yeah,
By the
yeah,
way,
it's
so-
only one or the other with Magnus.
Those are both great.
Oh, bottom
Love
lane.
both of those.
Sleep.
That's a level 4 arrow and sleep. I mean level 4
No
sleep.
mana, not enough time
Oh,
for
it's
the
not-
ulti. Whoa, Mango boy! Oh, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna slither out the other side.
He's saving
right?
those mangoes.
Oh, there you go. And meanwhile, they're gonna get the takedown. It looks like of Limp though.
Wow, that's a big kill.
Good
That's a
grab
really
right
big
there. All focus towards the bottom means that there's an opening for BSJ to creep in and get Limp from the backside.
Kill. That's ROOONS taking back the tempo. They see something happening on the bot lane, so they punish it by doing something elsewhere. That's like exactly what they need to do. Boris?
Freak. Dancing around this mid lane has Sakuchi, so a little too
Dyer's
elusive.
top tower is under
You know, there's
Boris
been
alone.
quite a bit of hate on Bloodseeker lately because of just like, if you have a bad start like this game, like where does BSJ even go from here? You have to kind of get, either you go straight for the Radiance, and you hope that's enough to carry you back in, or you have to get this Blade Mail and
Radiant's middle
fight,
tower
and
is under
that,
attack.
it's such like a difficult thing to do
Dyer's
as this
top
hero.
tower
You
is
hope
under
to the
attack.
Lord that you, the enemy team is like everybody at 50% HP.
Yeah.
Nice arrow connection.
Nice
Sleep.
save.
Tries to sleep him. Kicks him off to the side for the save. BSJ steps in.
It's exactly like Lacoste was talking about. It's actually kind of hard to
Radiant's
lock down
middle
these
tower
heroes.
is under attack.
They have like pseudo disable, but it's not. It doesn't really seem like it's enough.
The arrow, oh my god.
He
So they totally knew
He
that they
baited.
were gonna switch it, and then waited till the Nightmare got moved over. That was great.
It's a stylish play.
I mean, still a sacrifice so that the greater good, who was it, Monkeys was able to make it away, or sorry, Annihilate was able to make it away, regardless of
It's
death.
weird to see a Wyvern taking it like that though, because like Wyvern's your most important hero in a fight. He's gripped.
Okay, rolling from compLexity right behind the tower. They set up with a grip, but the quick silence there from Boris, and now he
Radiant's
tries to
middle
turn
tower
it
is
around.
under attack.
Meanwhile, they are going to go for the finish. BSJ gets the grab onto Snake King. Sorry, trying to catch action here on the side. Gork still fighting out behind the tower. BSJ with a double, and this might be ROOONS' time. They
Damn.
clear out
Huge.
3. An approach from compLexity goes disastrous.
And they were way too deep, and Magnus was on a different part of the map, just farming, so no RP, no extra damage from Empower, so PA can get a couple of solo kills
Man.
before the fight starts.
That is such a hard fight to win. Like, you have to be grossly out of position to win that fight as Team ROOONS. It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, they have like a full item advantage on you on all 3 of their cores right now.
It's interesting though, like the Magnus wasn't there, so it technically ROOONS had the like a 1K advantage. You're not including the Magnus.
Yeah.
Oh, that is just a free pick.
That should reveal the board.
They're doing a really good job at defend. Both teams are really prioritizing defending these tier 1s though, and both teams are doing a really good job at defending them.
A lot of action, but yeah, not a lot of progression on the map at all.
It's also a game where there's not really a super
Dyer's
fast Roche
bottom tower
happening.
is
Like, there's
under
no
attack.
mega Roche pressure in this
It's-
one, so we're just kind of ignoring that too.
It's kind of strange because like compLexity has this PA plus Magnus combo, which is obviously excellent in the late game. But then you have like a very strong tricore in the side of ROOONS. So I think both of these teams are kind of like, don't worry, guys, just hold our towers and go late game,
Yeah.
and we'll win.
I think I'd rather be on the Radiant team simply because you have Wyvern and Earth Spirit, whereas Rubik and Bane, I think, have a
Radiant's
lot
middle
harder
tower
time
is
having an
under
impact past 25 minutes.
Yeah, and the Earth Spirit with Bloodseeker is just ridiculous. You slowly like pulse everybody down, and then all of a sudden Bloodseeker's running at hasted movement speed, just like we saw in the last fight.
Rupture on the Z-Freak. He'll have to slide a bit out. Blood right, but he's going to be fine. Approach is coming, though. from ROOONS. They want to finally etch
They
down
have a
this
sentry
first
there.
tower.
Oh my god.
They run out and through behind. They are going to get Annihilate down in the meanwhile, but we continue chase here. Onto Z-Freak. Can they quite catch up? Oh, he has to sidestep.
Oh, he's the Bloodseeker's revealing him.
Got him. That was a long-ass winded chase. Will they get away with their lives, though? No!
Oh, that arrow.
Nice curse to slow him down a bit. BSJ trying to make it out in the way. And the Blood Right hides out on the side. Jubei, the self-heal, but they continue their pursuit onto BSJ. Half of them divert off to also go for Jubei, and it looks like they may be able to secure both of them. Jump from Limp. There's the finish.
Bounty rooms. They take that fight right on the bounties. So.
And Boris the Brave is going to pick up
Dyer's
the
middle
bottom
tower
Oh,
bounty.
nice.
is under
Nice.
attack.
That's good at least. He's actually level 11. He's not doing too bad. Scouting Eternal Envy. This should be a free kill. Yeah.
Yep.
It's just
Envy
a
does
Bane,
grab the bounty.
but maybe he was like in a ward or something like that. He's just like walking right into their jungle. So.
Yeah, but the good thing is that Boris got the last hit of that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of farm in mid if he wants to go for it, getting closer to his
Man.
dagger. He just switched.
He's ahead of the dire supports.
Yeah.
Not sure the Spirit Vessel is gonna do too much. They have nothing to heal with, not a good hero to stop his healing.
Yeah. I guess it's like Magnus is pretty tanky, and the PA it goes through her evasion, and also it's just percentage damage.
And helps the Bloodseeker
With the
too.
Bloodseeker,
It's
yeah.
just more damage trying to get
Radiant's
down.
top tower
Right.
has been denied.
Because it does more the higher HP people are, right? So
Yeah.
it's like.
Percentage-based damage.
Yeah. So the Bloodseeker is very happy with that.
Bloodseeker
God,
happy to
Z-Freak.
make a move on a Z-Freak, who slides into the lane and straight to the grave.
Z-Freak's doing a good job though up here, like stalling them from taking this tower. Like
Dyer's
how hard
bottom
has this
tower
tower been to
is
take for
under
ROOONS?
attack.
They've been
Yeah,
up here for the
they have
last 10
Bloodseeker
minutes.
and Ember, who are two of the absolute most garbage heroes at pushing towers
Yeah,
out of like the
pretty
current
rough.
popular ones.
Dyer's
Pretty
structures
damn rough. They
are
fort it. They haven't
fortified.
even used fort yet.
Radiant's middle
Damn, Boris
tower
has the
is
full
under
Spirit
attack.
Vessel now.
Radiant's
Sure
middle
does.
tower
He's rich.
has fallen.
They're
Dyer's top
finally
tower
able to bring
has
down that
fallen.
top tier 1 tower.
Dyer's
But
top
They
pressure
tower
lost the
continues
tier
to
2
Cole.
tower in mid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Radiant's
mid is
middle
opened
tower
up though
is
Not
entirely
only
for
any tier
Cole.
2, the mid tier 2. Like that's rough.
I like what PA is doing, just saying fuck you Magnus. He's not playing nearer, so she's building a battle fury for herself.
That's some like passive aggressive pub stuff going on. I'm telling you, man, there's internal conflicts with Gorksy. Like he's standing, he was getting zoned at the start. He's like, you know what? I don't want to play this game right now. He gets off of Discord or whatever they're playing on. He's just he's playing a pub.
So they're gonna have a stand-in for a stand-in for a stand-in.
Yeah, he's getting
game
kicked.
two.
Gorksy's getting
He's
kicked. dude.
done.
All right, good catch. Arrow, Fiend's Grip, the whole kit and caboodle. And then a smoke follow-up comes out.
That's great because they get that kill without the RP, and now they can smoke with it.
And they know any fight that they take here is a good fight. Literally any fight, any pickoff whatsoever. I mean, obviously they want the Wyvern because he can turn the fight, but
Oh, BJ hit Blade Mail.
Whoops.
oh, that's not a that's.
I think he was trying to Quelling Blade that.
Oh, there's the
sentry.
Wyvern.
Move in. Ruptures out onto Limp. Jubei tries to save himself, but they are going to be able to go for the finish to follow up. RP is going to be secured for BSJ, and they begin to wipe apart. Boris goes in to help them secure the full team wipe. And it's Gork who's going to grab both of them up. compLexity, huge.
Yeah.
Huge
Magnus is not a target you want to RP. You use, I mean, not the RP to use the Rupture on, because if you get close, he can just RP, he can skewer, has Yule Scepter, so a lot of sustaining in the team fight, also has almost 3000 HP.
Yeah, he doesn't. He just doesn't really care that much.
Man,
What-
Limp is
what's-
5-1 at 10.
What's interesting to me is the fact that ROOONS stayed there. Like they, with how they were positioning, they knew that there was a smoke coming into them.
Yeah.
They don't have their Ember Spirit, and yet they still choose to take that fight. That seems to me like.
I think they thought they'd be coming in with Moonlight Shadow, and they could catch them off guard with the Sentry. but
Yeah, maybe. And then BSJ trying to save the Wyvern. It's like your Wyvern gets gone on, you just sack the fight. Like that's not going to be a winning fight. But that's just what happens when you're at such a disadvantage at this point. The game gets really awkward. You're not really 100% sure what to do.
Yeah, they're just getting pulled apart like that.
Yep, so
bottom
some,
Interesting,
like-
they're just leaving that bottom tower.
Yeah, that is interesting. I guess they just think that it's like a free tower. They don't need to commit to pushing it out. Like it's going to push in anyway because they have the tier 1 available. So they're just looking more to fight, take the other towers.
All right, moves being made under the Moonlight Shadow. The quick hit job right there of Jubei is in the ancient camp. It looks like a follow-up target onto Boris as well.
It's Roach time now. They don't have a tier 2 tower on mid anymore, so they can easily go for it. The other lanes are pretty much pushed. They're nowhere in the bottom tower.
Huh.
I think Juve's worried about that potentially. Oh, so close to saving BSJ.
Not quite there though, unfortunately. Here comes Annihilate. He is going to be able to at least snipe up Z-Freak there. Snake King leaps out, him and Limp trying to square up. Annihilate dodges out the arrow, but they got the Yules.
RP is ready.
Oh no! Not going to be there. Nice quick slight.
He has a Spirit
He'll
Slug.
dodge it.
He's out of remnants.
Jumping from behind though.
Oh,
York
Danny!
hits him. They tag the Shrine. Monkeys tags in now. Needs a bit of damage. Going to be forced to pull out the ulti.
Oh, that was not ideal.
And
Cold
Runes-
embrace, full HP.
Radiant's bottom tower
Runes
is
may
under
hold
attack.
their own bit of ground for now.
Oh, Meg's limping.
Bounties.
Get him out of there.
Get the
Mags
bounties.
limping. That was nice.
Oh, I just got that one.
Well played.
compLexity pick up the runes.
I think they could have just gone for a Roche. They even had a double damage rune. They could have left that for a PA.
You're definitely right. I think this is one of those games where it's like you just have such an advantage. It's like, all right, guys, let's just go end. Kind of pubby stuff going on.
Dire's
Trying
middle
so hard to
tower
make that
is
play.
under attack.
Limp en route. Does he
I
want to
just
blink
love
over the
this.
high ground? Yep.
Rubik against Weaver. Both of them using Shikuchi trying to catch the other, but you really can't.
It's awkward. You know what I think perfectly encapsulates Envy's personality? Oh wait, we'll tell. There's some stuff happening.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
they're cheeking it. Look to get the snipe on the
Oh,
Wyvern, and they
my
got
God, they got the Weaver.
it. Who? All right.
What he's up like 100% cleave with the cleave talent and the Beat Fury.
He went for armor corruption.
Oh, he did. Oh man, what a wuss.
Don't do this. Oh, they got him. Asleep,
no spirits.
obscured.
Oh, what would happen if Magnus saw that he was gonna unsleep him and use Yule's Scepter while he's
Radiant's
skewering?
middle tower is under
Skewers
attack.
finish and do the damage, or would it
Radiant's
stop?
middle tower has fallen.
I think it would finish. I think I've seen the animation go without the
Radiant's middle
Magnus.
barracks are under attack.
I think it does finish.
I'll test it after.
Here comes compLexity looking to put a lid on game number 1 of King's Cup here. Jump in. There's the RP. And that's 1 to go down, and that's 2. That means the whole team is going to be sitting in the graveyard, watching this one from afar as compLexity wipe out their full mid lane set of racks. 20k net worth advantage. Gentlemen, this may be it. This seems almost
it-
insurmountable.
It definitely
Yeah.
feels like the last 10 minutes has just been total chaos from ROOONS. Like they just aren't used to playing a team of this caliber from such a network disadvantage, essentially. Like I've been in this scenario where you're just so behind and they're just everywhere that you are trying to go to come back. And it's like you don't even know how to. You can't even play regular Dota. Like
Yeah.
it just doesn't work.
They're playing so fast.
Yes, it's so it makes it look like ROOONS is playing a lot worse than they are. They're playing
Yeah.
very well. It's just that they're
Like,
playing against a very
That
very
whole
good
example, like where they just left that bottom tower, like where did they go? They instantly, like it looked like most teams would have just like stayed there, waited for the wave to come through, and destroyed that tower. But they just instantly went to where they knew they'd be farming if they thought they were
Right.
going to stay to take
Right,
that tower,
exactly.
and they kill 3 more heroes.
Right.
And-
It's like they're
But I also think that's a mistake from ROOONS because they're not pushing tier 2 towers, so you should know something is up.
Yeah.
for sure.
Ooh, okay, catch out possibly for Limp.
Oh, he
as
stole
they
the-
fight over the
Yeah.
Stole the
moon.
ulti.
Curse is taken from Z-Freak just on the outside. I'm sure that's been communicated over on ROOONS' front, but they're still looking to make a possible approach.
Nice blink.
nice blink.
BSJ does have a Lincoln Sphere.
Radiant's
Z-Freak on the
bottom
low
tower
ground,
is
jumping from
under
Annihilate, good catch of damage, and they get the finish with the assistance from Monkeys. They will shoot down Z-Freak, no Curse to fear. Got a good catch of the arrow, slide on out, scooting away from the trouble. Annihilate solo making to the high ground and tries to make it away, but they chase
Those
him down.
daggers.
Snaking in the meanwhile, double kill for him, looking to clean out the rest. It looks like compLexity may just be a bit too yoked this time.
I swear to God, every single time I look at Envy, he just has a bug on him, and he's completely ignoring it, just focusing on like the fights that are happening.
Yeah.
I feel like that perfectly fits his personality, where there's just this bug like beating the crap out of him. He's just like telling people what to do in the fights and like telling people to go, and totally ignoring it. 20% HP because the bug's killing him. He just doesn't care. He's so focused on just killing people.
Yeah,
Has
he
a
just
grip.
moves forward
He's gonna
during
do
this.
it. Arrow flying. Nah.
Yo!
He's so afraid that it's not gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Boom.
the timing was so close.
Yeah, I think he probably would have missed if he didn't grip.
That's gotta be so
ROOONS,
frustrating if you're Boris. Like, you know they're roaching, and yet Envy's there picking you off because he knows he can do that without being punished.
Guardian for anyone who considers approaching the Roche camp at all. compLexity just feeling that far ahead at this moment, but they still have to get to the grindstone. We have tier 2s to still finish out. And what about the high ground of ROOONS? Is it respectable enough to kind of hold things out for at least a bit? Oh my God, by the way, we just witnessed a homicide on camera.
Oh
Jesus.
my God.
There goes their high ground. I mean, they have some spam, right? They have Wyvern spam, they have Bloodseeker spam,
Yeah.
they have an Ember.
Bugs.
Dude, I know exactly what Danny is saying in his in Discord. He's like, he just grabbed me from full HP, like something like that. He just does this really high pitched, confused voice. I mean, that is a yikes moment for sure.
Okay, Boris also going to be going down. Snaking will pay the price, though. BSJ creeps in and nabs that one. Monkeys is joining his side, but BSJ is also going to get finished off. It looks like Gork has really come online at this point and is just kind of clearing house. Your stand-in of a stand-in is now godlike with a double kill.
BSJ got ruptured from Z-Freak, so he turned on his blade mail and just started running because he
Oh
knew he
my
was going to
God.
die, so he wanted to kill Z-Freak.
That's a classic right there. Dude, have you seen Weaver Blade Mail versus Bloodseeker? You just
Yeah.
turn the Blade Mail on, run, and then use your ulti, and then it just double damage to him.
Oh,
She, like, insta-kills a
that's
Bloodseeker.
actually pretty cheap.
It's pretty hilarious.
Blade Mail Weaver, but still, that's pretty high.
Phantom Assassin is level 25.
Oh my God, that crit. He almost got one hit.
Blood left from his illusion on that one.
Yeah.
Second set to go down.
I mean, when it's time to call it, Dakota, right? It's time to call it.
They want to fight it out, though. ROOONS never say die, at least for now, or at least maybe they're thinking ahead to game number 2.
Yeah, dude,
for all
he
we know.
owned that mantle illusion. Like, come on. There's hope.
Just needs
Oh, what do those pings say to us?
they're having fun, you know. They're having a good time. At what point? How many games do you think that they would have to play against compLexity like this, where they're actually just pissed off with each other and fighting? I know for sure that they're like joking around. Like those are Boris pings, so he's screwing around. But at a certain point,
At a certain point, it's not very fun getting
at a
beat.
certain point, it's not fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the novelty wears off, and it's like I gotta kill this Eternal Envy guy. Oh
All
my
right, this
God.
could be real bad. They're trying to smoke move on in, but there's a Moonlight Shadow from compLexity's front. It looks like maybe ROOONS are privy to it, though. They've already made the retreat, but the chase continues from compLexity. Looking to grab anyone they can. The dust flies out, and it looks like they've nabbed the Banana Man. They grab him up and pull him back and zap him down. Godlike streak continues here. Snakey could be in a bit of trouble, looking to fight it down with Monkeys. Monkeys, though, will get the last lap in the end there. Gets that finish. Meanwhile, down and below, Lip will get hit up with the Rupture. Hides on the side, but that's where Monkeys is on the high ground. Bending him down. Meanwhile, Z-Freak finished off from Boris. BSJ looking to get right back in, but my God, he's way too much damage from Gork.
Oh, Limp!
He's just slaughtering him now.
The
Lip
Yules. He dodged
barely
it.
holding on with the Yules, but
Doesn't matter.
ultimately will go down. Gork cleans things up in the end.
It's
It's a
1v1.
4 for 4.
One dude, fight each other. Come on.
Yeah, I
It's
think
just
it's
you
time.
two left.
Gork's going in. He wants it.
You 1v1 for sure.
He's like, I got Nagus.
Oh, let's go.
Get
Let's
that
go.
courier.
Yeah, dude, fight.
Dude, 1v1 me, bro.
Oh my God.
Oh, careful now.
Oh, you
Monkeys.
Fight,
can't
fight, fight,
really
fight.
know.
Oh, monkeys!
Go back up. The crit's not there.
Oh,
Oh,
the Wyvern,
monkeys.
the Wyvern can't help. That's not fair.
I don't know. I think 28k, you get one.
Well, maybe.
You get
maybe,
one
yeah.
spell.
He's like he's tapping him in or whatever it is in wrestling. I don't know.
Oh, Boris buys back. Roll,
he-
kick.
Can he?
It's too late.
Did he go? Yeah.
You can kick while rolling, but in the distance in the slow-moving rock
It's
now,
so
would've
slow.
It would have been tough. But fighters they are.
At least we saw Monkeys win the 1v1.
That's true.
There
It's
is
true,
hope.
Very true.
There is hope. They can kill the PA.
If it comes down to those kind of circumstances.
If PA is completely alone, has
Yeah.
probably lost in power.
He picked up the Monkey King bar and he's just like, this is my moment.
Every Moonlight Shadow,
Oh,
when it's
Envy.
up, compLexity are on the move with it, trying to get something done.
That's 25 talent is so annoying.
Arrow, that's 5-second arrow.
Oh,
more than
both
enough.
cores go down. Both don't have buyback either.
What do you do? What do you do now? You hold out, get a rapier on Ember Spirit.
Tuck your head between your knees.
And we just
Pray.
got the plus 100 damage reduction, too. Makes you a sad boy.
Oh my god. Yeah, even with the rapier,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
do all that much.
Just cancels the rapier.
Yeah, it basically does a spell. He needs to get a rapier so that he does damage at all.
Is under attack.
Very true. All right. Final hurrah here for ROOONS as compLexity's looking to go for the finish.
Top tower has fallen.
Tier 3's brought down. The final fight is among us. Lip will get a swing and a miss on the RP.
What hit him?
The Shivas and instantly.
Oh, the Shivas.
Yeah.
Grip though there onto Annihilate, looking to go for the finish of Ember, and there it is. Boris rolls in and will not be rolling back out. And it looks like it's going to be compLexity securing the first game of this 2-game series and the first win of King's Cup.
All right. They're the kings for
No
now.
one lives here.
Middle tower is
Complete
under
shutout,
attack.
kick out, and Jubei with a pause. Not disconnect, just straight up pause.
He actually,
Just a BM
he
pause.
actually manually paused the game.
Just a flat out,
Yeah.
good old traditional NA Dota
You know
pause.
what it was? He
just for-
slammed his keyboard and hit the pause button.
Middle tower.
Boris, you can't screw around in a game like this.
Well,
All right.
I gotta say, they went into that game looking pretty confident versus Magnus because they left it in, or at least they felt Magnus would be better than TA, and Limp shredded that game.
Yeah, that
His early game rotations were
he didn't even play
so
with the
good.
PA.
No, he was just playing Mag.
He was just playing Mag. Yeah, that was what do you guys think? That was a stomp.
Yeah, it's like I feel bad. I hate to be the one that points to a team and says, "Well, that didn't work," or "This didn't work." But you know, I look
That's
to
why
like
I'm here, right?
I look to the that's your job.
Yeah,
I look to the Earth Spirit, and it's like with the set they had, he's not really to come online early at all, and it just feels like they're in this waiting period that we hope that these 3 cores come online at some point. At least one maybe will be able to kind of be the ironhead forward for all of us.
I would say if both teams were equally skilled, that Radiant's lineup would probably win 80%, even more of the games. They just did not have enough control inside of compLexity. That's why I favored the lineup of ROOONS, but definitely compLexity a better team.
I agree.
And both of the supports were under level. Winter Wyvern hit level 6 at around 15-minute mark, which is not that great. So they were relying on a combo from Bloodseeker to make something happen. It just didn't really work out.
It kind of felt like both of their side lanes got sacked, too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Bloodseeker had a really bad start, and the Weaver had a pretty bad
I
start.
think this is just like the typical, you play against a team that is tier 1. They're very, very good. They make a couple of really good moves, gain a huge advantage from it, and then they never lose that advantage, and they keep pressuring it. I agree with Lacoste in the sense that, like, if they were equally skilled, maybe equally practiced, obviously ROOONS has a star-studded lineup. You know, they're very capable. They obviously need a lot more practice. It's been like 2 weeks. compLexity's been on the scene. These players have been on the scene for so long, tier 1. So if they were closer matched in skill, I think definitely that match wouldn't look so bad.
So based on like the scenario you put up, what would we think would be more realistic for a team like ROOONS when you're going against compLexity and now you have a team that's really good and polished and they're starting to pull an advantage? Do you look back and feel like that you need to polish your own game so that you can get at that level and continue to match with them, or do you start working on how you can catch holes in compLexity's game and then take advantage of them?
I think there's 2 ways that you can go about beating compLexity in this scenario, where you just understand that they're the superior team if you're going to play regular Dota, and then you just play total chaos. You just go with like your own personal style of Dota, and then there's also, you could just pick a strategy that you're very, very used to. Well, I guess I can't.
Like Broodmother.
Brood-
Yeah,
Example.
Broodmother, exactly.
Like first phase Brood,
when I,
for
like when I played
example.
on Vendetta, we had, you know, like typical first phase picks that we would do. I guess I won't say because it's scripts that they're playing in this, but there's, you know, these typical drafts that we would do. We would do very well with them. Then there's stuff that we would practice and be okay with.
Yeah.
And we would do that against like the lower skilled teams, maybe to just maybe not reveal stuff to practice. Also because you don't want to just be doing the same thing every game. Against a compLexity, you want something you're very, very good with, because if you leave any holes in the strategy or in the draft, they're going to take advantage of it, and then they're not going to lose an advantage. So it's just you need to basically do one of those 2 things. You either play total chaos or play something you're very, very good at that you're not going to essentially like screw up rotations, give them an advantage where they shouldn't have it. Because like you said, they
Yeah.
stack 2 lanes.
Yeah.
That should never happen in Dota
Yeah.
right now.
Well, you
Also,
gotta
I'm
learn.
happy for Gork.
Yeah, you had a great game.
I want to see him play in a team. Like, I'm tired of him just being a
Do you
good
know if
player
he
and
wants
the
to play in
streamer.
a team?
I'm
you
not
know?
sure. I'm not
yeah,
sure.
it's
But,
like, is he enjoying his streaming thing? Does he
probably.
want to? I mean,
Seems to be.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
he's
doing
doing the core thing.
he's
He
doing
was
pretty well.
on his own most of that time. It
But
looks
he-
like they slept on him a bit, and he got to show up late game and have a lot of fun.
But he's so skilled. That's why I want to see him play for the real team.
What's his rank?
Probably top 10.
Top 10? Okay, so
Probably.
he's like in Europe, right?
Yeah.
So he's insane.
So that's
So
like,
he's insanely good. So that's
Yeah,
basically
or
that's
that's
basically like
no,
top
that's like
200 NA.
it's top 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 200 NA, top 100 SEA, top 10 Europe. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Wait,
When you
was
open
that Pro America or not? Because you may piss off Grant a lot when he gets here. Because
Man, Grant is gonna beat you up when he
Math is
shows
hard.
Of course, like, oh, top 10 Europe. Okay, so he'll maybe make the top 100 in NA probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that would be the Grant logic there. All right, guys.
No, he probably would.
Game number 1 is done for Kings Cup. This is a 2-game series after all, so we're going to be cutting to a break. When we come back, we'll hop into Game 2 of ROOONS versus compLexity. We'll see you then.